Welcome and good afternoon, B.Ed second semester English trainee teachers. Today's audio-visual teaching learning topic is aims and objectives of teaching English. Myself, Dr. Eshan Bera. At first, I am going to deliver my lecture on aims of teaching English as a second language. The aim of education is to make learning occur. Anything that we intend to do successfully should have a clear and specified aim. Teaching of any subject becomes much effective and more systematic only when the teacher is fully aware of the aims and values of teaching of that subject. The aim of teaching English in India is to help the students to acquire practical command of English. According to Thomson and Watt, the four specific aims of teaching English at school stages are: number one, the students should be able to understand spoken English. Number two, the students should be able to speak English. Number three, the students should be able to understand written English. And number four, the students should be able to write English. Teacher himself has to know the aims and objectives of teaching English in order to teach properly and effectively in a classroom situation. Knowledge of English should cultivate the values such as development of aesthetic sense, the power of expression, attitude of reasoning and discovery, precision, and self-reliance, as all these qualities are essential for a human being to survive in the world. Therefore, there is a definite place for English in present education. For all-round development of the child, it has to be dealt with constructive invention, motivation, intuition, and construction of knowledge. Every teacher of English needs to be informed and convinced about the educational aim of the subject. His own conviction enables him to achieve the shared goals or aims of teaching English. The aims of teaching a language is to enable the learner of a language to become able to use it effectively for all sorts of communication and in all kinds of situations demanding its use. Now, the general aims of teaching English can be classified into several categories. That is, number one, utilitarian aim. Number two, disciplinary aim. Number three, cultural aim. Number four, vocational aim. Number five, social aim. Number six, moral aim. Number seven, literary aim. And number eight, linguistic aim. Now, we should know objectives of teaching English. At first, we should know definition of objective. Actually, objectives are the foundation stones of good teaching and learning. It is extremely necessary to fix up the objectives of teaching English in the very beginning. Dr. B.S. Bloom has defined educational objectives as the desired goal or outcome at which instruction is aimed. The broad objectives of teaching English as a second language are: number one, development of listening skill. Number two, development of speaking skill. Number three, development of reading skill. And number four, development of writing skill. Actually, the two main objectives of English teaching are: number one, language development, and number two, literary development. Actually, we know that there are different levels or stages of education in India. As for example, primary or elementary level, junior level, secondary level, higher secondary level, graduate or postgraduate level, MPhil, PhD, postdocs, etc. Now, the objectives of teaching English at junior level. During this level, the main aim and objective is language development, and so at this stage, English should be taught as a language and not as a literature. At this stage, language development is not only the chief objective but also the only objective. The fourfold objectives of language teaching at the junior level are: number 1, to understand spoken English; number 2, to speak the language; number 3, to write the language; and number 4, to read the language. Command over language abilities to be developed by fourfold objectives, that is, ability to understand spoken English, ability to speak English language, ability to write English language, and ability to read English language. Now, objectives of teaching English at senior level. The objectives of English teaching at this level are both language development and literary development. Studying English literature can facilitate this development. The literary objectives will be: number 1, development of a taste for English literature by reading prose, poetry, story; number 2, drawing aesthetic pleasure from reading English literature; number 3, understanding critical views; number 4, development of translating ability; and number 5, developing interest in English literature. Now, we should know the important objectives of teaching English as set forth in the West Bengal Board of Secondary Education. Number 1, to enable the students to attain a working knowledge of English from utilitarian point of view. Number 2, to develop in the students the skill of communicating or expressing in speech freely and correctly with proper pronunciation on ordinary topics. Number 3, to enable pupils to express their ideas of non-technical nature in simple correct English. Number 4, to generate in the pupils a love for the language and a desire to cultivate it at leisure for pleasure and profit. Number 5, to enable pupils to acquire knowledge of fundamental concepts of English grammar. Number 6, to enable the students attain a working knowledge of English. Number 7, the main objective should be to develop the student's language sense and linguistic skill and his ability to understand, speak, read and write general English. Number 8, to communicate with others in writing. And lastly, the primary aim of teaching as a second language at the school stage must be to impart a practical command of the 4 basic skills for use in the widest possible range of situation. Now we should know the objectives of teaching English with special reference to WBCHSE. Number 1, to enable the students regarding the enrichment of comprehension skill. Number 2, to enable the pupils to develop their writing skill. Number 3, to enable the students regarding the enrichment of working knowledge and communicative skill in English, which will serve their professional life. Number 4, to enable the pupils to develop their literary appreciation and complex function of language. Number 5, to enable the students to develop their more complex sense of vocabulary and grammatical ability. Now, we should know some obstacles in the realization of these objectives. Actually, there are some obstacles which come in the path of realization of these objectives. That is, number one, there are administrative as well as financial problems of schools which hinder the realization of these objectives. Number two, there are a lack of good and trained English teachers. Number three, the classes are so crowded that it becomes almost impossible for the teacher to get acquainted with the progress in English of every child in the classroom. Number four, much workload on teachers does not allow them to devote fully to getting the objectives of English teaching realized. And number five, lack of teaching aptitude in teachers is no way the last note of the obstacles. To conclude, we can say that if these obstacles are removed and lessons are planned on sound objectives, it would not only benefit the students but the whole teaching and learning process would be facilitated. Thank you.